Zamar, I was meeting you because you had the intro. For some reason, it was doubling through your mic.
Oh, my bad.
Normally, it mutes you guys through the intro anyway. But what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Nightcap. I'm here with Zamara and Boo Wop. What's up, guys?
What's up?
How you guys feeling today, man? Probably going to be a quick one. Get in, get out of here. We're going to talk about some media day, man. Figure out, what did you like some things that were said? Didn't you like some things that were said? Zamara said something about Jimmy Butler and his dreads. How you feeling those dreads, Boo Wop?
Jimmy wild as hell.
He said just to get the internet.
That's my dope. That's my dog though. But man, that's kind of excessive. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like he literally went from fro to not even pro. Like what was it? High top, whatever.
High top,
to dreads, fox walks. What they call them, fox walks?
Yeah, fox.
Yeah, them extensions.
Yeah, I forgot the X silent.
The X, not the extensions. But it's interesting. I mean, man can do what he want. I mean, I'm not mad at him. It's out there. Everybody else is doing it.
Mm.
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying it's just excessive. Like it'd be different if he went from like braids to dreads, like.
But from fro to dread, yeah.
Like that's excessive. Like people know that's not your hair, right? Like, and I know he gotta know. Like he clearly don't care. Like Jimmy Butler don't strike me as an individual that does care about what other people think about him. So
I think he was trying to twin it up with Ja.
You say you're trying to do what?
I think he was trying to twin it up with Ja. I think he was trying to do that twin look. So he was like, all right,
yeah. That's not cool, but I'm not jocking no man's style.
Nah, yeah, do his thing, man. I ain't mad at him. Into some more serious stuff. You see Zion bulked up, man. Kawhi Leonard bulked up.
Kawhi, he look decent.
Who you think more ready for the season, Kawhi or Zion?
Let me go look at Zion again because I gotta see how.
I would hope it would be Zion. Kawhi's a stamp man, right? Like he don't have to prove. I mean, I ain't gonna say he don't have to prove nothing, but like he don't have to prove as much as a young player like Zion does. Like even though Zion did have, a credible rookie year and follow-up season as well, but he was out all last year. So people want to just see him fully healthy. Can he play a full season? So I just think, I don't know. When I say it like that, though, maybe Kawhi might be more ready to prove because he kind of got to get to the finals or something with this team sooner or later. Like Zion do got like room to mess up in a sense, not necessarily though. But
yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I would say
he got room to grow. He got room to grow.
That's what I mean. Fall short of certain expectations.
Yeah, he's definitely got some room to grow. But yeah, Kawhi is Kawhi. We just want to see if he comes back to that form Kawhi or what kind of form he's going to be.
Y'all seen D Rose though?
No, I didn't see D Rose.
Yeah, D Rose then went on like he said he went on like a cleanse or whatever. Like he just ain't been eating no junk food, none of that shit. Like he been staying very healthy. Like he looked very lean. Like he did this media day with his shirt off. But yeah, he went crazy though. Like I'm like he looked like a healthier version of himself. Like you can see it. Like so, I just want to see if that mean anything for him. He's one of my favorite players of all time. I'm always rooting for him.
He on the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
This is a bad picture. All right. I mean, he looked normal.
Nah, he looked lean, like healthy. Like if you understand what I'm saying, more so
No, I
than
get what you're saying. He's ground beef, 80-20. No, 85-15. I got you.
he said when he left the end of the season, he was like 215. Say Tibbs was getting on him. I think he like 190 right now.
Yeah, it's not bad. He got to definitely drop some weight because he's still serviceable. So
You
still serviceable.
know, you get a longer life expectancy nowadays, so we'll see.
I
Yeah,
think that was needed for D Rose because I remember when you start hearing about like his injuries. Like first of all, he was playing on like gravel courts, playing on like cement and stuff. But then you learned about
who's
remember
playing on
how
what?
he was playing on like what they playing on cement courts? Well, I'm talking about
Yeah,
outdoor courts. He playing on
yeah.
outdoor courts. But
Okay.
like when he was eating, as far as his diet, this man was talking. Why you laughing? Why you laughing,
Okay.
bro? No, but like for on the real tip, as far as his diet, you
I'm
used to hear
sorry.
this man would be just eating candy. He wouldn't have no meals. Like so that's what contributed to his injury.
Now
Like
this is the night show. I heard semen courts. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
no,
Oh, true. Yeah, but
no,
That's what I heard.
that
no,
concrete done messed up a
I
lot of
digress.
Chicago athletes. I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Them
playing
that's not
outside,
good
man.
for the
That's
knees.
why I played that outside.
I think what worsened it is not only you doing that, but your meals is candy. He talking about that would be his only food. Like nigga was crushing candy.
Nah,
Facts.
you gotta definitely take care of your body, eat right.
That's true. Like and I guess the older you get, the smarter you get, and he's maturing as an athlete, as a person. So I guess that's just what you want to call it, growth. You know.
Mm.
Yeah. Some interesting comments from Sean Marks. And first off, I'm not his boss, talking in reference to KD. We're partners. If he wanted out and still wanted out, he wouldn't be here. What do you guys think about that comment?
I
He trying to
mean,
keep the cohesiveness.
I mean, it's true to a degree. Like obviously, like if a player telling you don't want to play for you, you're gonna try to move him, but they couldn't move him. So like at the end of the day, I guess what he's saying is somewhat true. Like
KD on whether he'll put in another trade request if the Nets struggles. He said, I don't feel like I got to prove anything to the Nets fan after 3 years. I'm committed to moving forward with this team. If you got doubts, that's on you. You guys think about KD's count.
PC like a motherfucker.
Like
What else
nobody.
he supposed to say?
I put it like this: no one's safe. Like if you think, oh, like this our team locked in, I wouldn't think that. I would hope the team don't think that because I don't think that they ain't locked in.
I'm not buying it. Like I just know that's enough. Like the
I
end of
got
the
the
day,
Nets
like what
finishing
more
top
do you
three.
want to
Let's go, KD.
say? Hey,
Boy, boy.
You
So
said what?
Kyrie, I say I got the Nets finishing top three in the East.
Oh, okay.
Kyrie said that this offseason, the Nets summer, was a clusterfuck. And I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with that. Just think that was a sweet quote. But he also said, touching on the vaccination, he didn't appreciate how being unvaccinated became a stigma within his career. I started paraphrasing it instead of just reading it. He said, I didn't appreciate how being unvaccinated came to be a stigma within my career that I don't want to play, or that I'm willing to give up everything to be a voice for the voiceless. That was his
Kyrie
quote.
said some Kyrie ass shit.
Nah, I
Yeah.
was here all along. I was here. I was here with the Nets all along. But I wasn't wearing the Suns jersey. But I got a picture of him wearing the Suns jersey.
He
See
was
those
wearing Suns jersey
trees?
in the off season.
Kyrie also said that he gave up 4 years, 100 mils to be unvaccinated, which is true. It's
Hey,
true.
you see,
I digress.
See the Earth is flat.
Bro,
It's
here you
flat.
Kyrie
go.
just said
Don't
some
start
Kyrie
this.
ass shit, man.
The
That's
Earth is
all.
flat.
Don't start this, yo.
I'm just saying that's Kyrie. Like that whole statement, Troy. I just heard nothing other
No,
than Kyrie being Kyrie. Like,
no, but
and
like
I'm just saying.
I appreciate his honesty where he said it was a clusterfuck because it's lit. Like, listen, like I'm gonna tell y'all that was some bullshit. At least he like I appreciate the transparency on that. I could like, even though y'all be like he a weirdo, I appreciate him being like, all right, yeah, that was kind of some bullshit was
No,
going
I
on.
don't think he no weirdo. Really, I just think he Kyrie. Like he Kyrie just being
Yeah, I don't think
Kyrie. Like,
I'm with Kyrie, man. Be his own man. He can be whoever he want to
yeah,
be.
like I don't be caring.
Nas said it best, man. I know I can. No? Okay.
Be what up.
I wasn't singing the rest of it. Y'all supposed to jump in.
Yeah, oh, yeah. This ain't so
Boo
trying.
Wop said, I'm a
Oh
thug. Boo Wop said, nigga, I'm a thug. Play some of that Trick Daddy.
Hey, on my life.
Baby,
I'm a dude. Oh,
you can stop.
oh my shit. Yeah.
That's my shit too, baby. I love that song. I don't know why, but because hey, I'm a thug. Fuck it. I'm a thug. All right, so what do y'all take? I told you this might just gonna be a fast show. We getting through this.
Wait, I got one thing to say. Did y'all see
Go
that picture? Because I be simping a little bit, but there was a picture with Kyrie, Favi, and Harden at a party or something. So I was just like, okay, Harden and Kyrie, cool. But y'all really think like just on the outside looking in, you said Harden left because of KD. Or wait, did you say
Kyrie? Kyrie.
But they seem like I think they cool. I thought he left because of KD.
No,
James Harden didn't leave because of KD. He left because Kyrie being unvaccinated, not playing.
I don't
to me, that's not why he left. To me, he wanted to go to Philly. He saw his opportunity to get out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they was not cool.
I think it was a combination of everything, right? Mm-hmm. I think like people want to blame Kyrie, and I can't personally blame Kyrie for it. I think the Kyrie situation was part of it. I think the KD getting hurt was part of it.
Yeah,
and I also think, like Troy said, he did want to go to Philly, and like all of it started to factor in, like for him, it all started to make sense, and he went that way. It wasn't no one person that just made him be like, "I'm gone."
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Talking about James Harden, he said he lost 100 pounds.
Wait, do you saw the press conference and B was like, he looked at him like he didn't believe him. He was like, "Nigga, what?"
you still moving as slow as you did last year.
He looked at him like, I ain't buying it, bro.
That's yeah.
Man, I gotta stop dissing the GOAT though. Like he did lose 100 pounds. I want to know, did he really wear that fat suit though? That's what I really want to know.
Yeah, he definitely wore a fat suit.
Either he being sarcastic because people was saying that, like maybe
yeah, they was saying he was the.
Ain't no way dude lost 100 pounds though, because he like if he gained 100 pounds from one season to the next, like we would have definitely noticed that. Like ain't no had 100 fucking pounds.
He said with a grind,
No, but more importantly, he was dropping buckets during that playoff series at 100
James
pounds.
Harden was smoking a lot of weed. That's what he was doing.
Nigga was dropping niggas on the ground with 100 extra pounds of weight, bruh. He to go for that if that is the case.
Ain't nowhere close.
The body don't work that way.
He ain't nowhere close to
the
Zion.
Body don't work that way.
Not even UFC fighters could drop that amount of weight in this time. Like
yeah, Zion couldn't even drop. Zion was probably like 330.
I don't even give a the
he
UFC fighters
down to like
drop weight. Yo, it takes them a long time.
Perform with 100 pounds of weight, doing some like
I get that, but
I'm just saying, like I didn't realistically think he picked up no.
He
more
didn't
than
pick up 100,
pounds.
but he could have dropped 100 still. You can't think about it. And he picked up 100 last year. He's dropping 100 off. He's just saying I dropped 100 pounds. So he could have added 56 last year. He dropped 100, which would have given him.
I don't even think 44. It was 56.
I don't think he gained 50 pounds.
I was just giving an example.
I know how math works, but I'm just thinking like how he looked. He could have only gained about 25 pounds.
I know how math works. He could have gained like 20, 25, yeah.
Yeah, realistically.
He could have lost realistic out of that 100. He could have lost 5, 10 pounds.
You stupid. No, I think if he gained 25 pounds from 20 from leaving when he first left Houston, right? Because he did look a little heavier, whatever. I could easily see him losing 40 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, not 100. Wow.
Not 100. Ain't no way. He'd be sick right now.
Y'all underestimate the GOAT. Let's stop.
Hold on. The who?
Joker says he wants to be the Tim Duncan of the Nuggets.
That's not a bad person to want to be like.
No, it's not at all.
Don't mean it's gonna happen, but yeah.
I just
What happens, Amar?
No, never mind. It's good.
Oh, Aiden, that's what I wanted to get to. So Aiden said that he has not spoke to Monty since that game. Monty responded saying he hasn't talked to a lot of players, which I think is BS. But Aiden also said something that I said when I said that when I think Buab, you will understand what I'm saying because you was on the episode. When guys were saying that, Aiden's going to be the scrun too, he's not going to want to play there. Mostly, I think G Baby, but he's saying he ain't going to want to play there. And I was saying that Aiden going to go out there, handle that shit like a man, and ball the fuck out. Listen to what he said.
I don't got no worries about the Suns. Like,
no, not at all. I think they're still going to be a top 3 seed. I'm sorry. I think they're still going to be up there.
I think they problems is gonna always be in the playoffs. Like, I don't know if they're gonna be a top 3 seed.
I think that they could finish number 1 again. If they really want to, they can finish 1 again.
I think they're gonna have to do a role type thing where you're gonna have to allocate who actually gonna have that leadership role. Because at this point, like, Booker should have been like held that shit down, in my opinion.
I mean, I think he's trying. I just think still like
CP3 in a way. He got.
I think they got a healthy relationship.
I think they need to rely on him a lot more this season. It needs to be like more Devin Booker and Aiden than CP3. I think CP3 just needs to facilitate the offense, get those passing things, get the points when he needs to. But it has to be Devin Booker as the number 1, and I think Aiden as the number 2.
Yep, he got to be that number 1 option because
Aiden can score too. He can be a number 1. He can pick up the scoring load as a number 1 option if needed to.
But I don't know about the number 1.
He can. Number 2, number 1, he can. This is what the scouts saying about him.
Could you see Devin Booker?
I'm a scout too. No, go ahead, sweetie.
I'm one too.
Could you see Devin Booker leading his team like the Celtics? Not all the way. I'm not gonna go all the way to the play. I mean, the actual championship. But I'm just saying, like, could you see him leading in that capacity?
I mean, he kind of done did it already.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
did exactly what the Celtics did. Lost in 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was like, at the end of the day, people gonna get Chris Paul the credit because he's Chris Paul, and I understand that. But to me, Devin Booker is like just a little bit better, like than Chris Paul.
I mean, we know that. It's just
I'm just talking about today though, like in the last year or 2, like whatever, like not all time, of course. Like all time is why people can't separate the difference. Like they just see Chris Paul, his all-time greatness, his impact.
No, I understand. I feel like it's difficult for players, no matter if they're 1 or 2. It's hard for them to play with Chris Paul. Like, I just feel like it's not even a ball dominant thing as much as like roles get so mixed up and it gets so blurry. It get real weird. That's why, like Harden and him, they had like Harden was not cool with him. He left immediately after that, like that falling out.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, a guy like Harden is different from a guy like Booker, right? Harden don't look at, Booker look at Chris Paul like a real veteran OG type of dude versus
I'll say like
James Harden.
He would be like more No, I would say he'd be like more of a pure point guard. Even though he can score, he could still move into the role of a pure point guard.
That's what he been on this team though. That's what I'm saying. Like Aiden
Yeah.
been the number 2 option scoring wise on the team. He's the problem is they don't play that style of basketball. Like people don't play through the post no more. Like they're not giving big unless you Joker or Embiid, you're not getting the ball down there like that. That's
Right.
just
You
the
have
truth.
to come out or you have to
You
drive.
gotta you gotta do
Yeah.
what Shaq used to do. If Aiden really I go in there start body slamming motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Give me
Or
the
be like
ball.
Boogie and shoot the three. And just be like, fuck it. Just give me the three. Give me the
Some
rock.
gotta do some. That's another guy that used to get the ball down there a lot. But you gotta
Mm.
be one of those dudes though that people
They know
obviously
you're gonna
believe
finish.
in.
Yeah. The guards
I
got
think his teammates don't believe in him. And that's what makes a player like him wanted to leave initially. Like he feel like then y'all don't believe in me. Why I want to be here?
who you talking about?
Aiden.
Oh, okay.
Because your teammates is responsible for you. Like if they feel like you one of the best at your position, they gonna feed you.
Right.
They don't play through him enough. They don't feature him enough in that offense.
Right. I believe that's true. Troy, you
You're
on
on mute,
mute.
Troy.
We can't hear you.
Said back to the Nets. You know that's my thing, being on mute and talking. But back to the Nets. Two things. Ben Simmons was asked how many threes he's going to take for the Knicks this year.
Mm.
He said, "Shit, who knows?" And when Nash was asked about it, he said he doesn't care if Simmons ever shoots a jump shot for Brooklyn.
What we supposed to do? I believe all of them.
Yeah, he said, I believe both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I go with both. Both of them telling the truth. Both of them. Any thoughts, Amara?
Nah, like I will say this. It seemed like your boy happier. I know that's what you wanted. And to be happy after he finessed his surgery after the fact of getting traded, but he does seem happier being on the squad.
Yeah. Christian Woods is scheduled to come off the bench for the Mavs. Jason Kidd said he doesn't need him to be the microwave. He just need him to be C Wood.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I
But
don't like that
I ain't
either.
going. I ain't going. Hey, maybe this J Kid team. You know, he turned that Dallas Mavericks team into a somewhat of a contender in his first year though, or second year, whatever. I don't know. I would prefer to see Christian Wood in the starting lineup. I think he's a 18-10 type of guy when healthy. I don't know. We'll see.
To add on to that Joker quote, he also said he wants to be the Tim Duncan of the Nuggets, but he needs to win some championships to be that. That's the full quote. Wanted to make sure I put that out there.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly and Russell Westbrook. You know, I said Russell Wilson because he just got dropped off my fantasy team today, and I picked up Jimmy Garoppolo. Don't judge me.
Dang, a nigga got a couple bad games. You gonna drop him? There's
Nigga
no.
got a couple of bad
It was
games.
a few. It's just
Let
a
me tell
couple.
you something. Let
It
me
was
tell you
a
something.
few.
Everybody coming at me on TikTok because Devontae Smith had gave me 0 points in the first week, and I benched him 2 weeks in a row. He gave me 15 points the second week and 30 points last week, and I still won. Thank you, G baby, with those 30 points on the bench. So Devontae Smith can suck it. I'm talking
No,
about fantasy Devontae Smith, not the guy in real life. I'm talking about fantasy. He gets second. I win without his 30. I won without his 30. I'll keep winning without his 30.
no, I'm not gonna hold you. Even though I know we on basketball, but I know everybody like they put on the sports shows like, yo, should we be worried now because like Russ ain't looking good and it's been a few games at this point, and now it's not just to the point where like Russ in the huddle, he do the most. So Russ gonna be like, all right, guys, whatever. And they grown men, they're not gonna take kindly to that, especially if it's a new team and you losing. So I don't know. Like I feel like I'm not saying it's too early because football, the games, like what game should you start worrying by NFL? You think?
Captain salute.
No. I'm asking. What game in the
That's what
NFL?
Russell got the captain salute. I'm worried about him, and I captain
Okay, so
saluted
wait.
his
By
ass.
game like 2 or 3 in the season, should you really be worried? Like, all right,
I
we're gonna.
think by game 3, you could tell who's going to be the good teams and who's going to be the bad teams.
Okay.
I think by like game 5, you're going to see who like then you'll be able to see who's going to be the top 2 teams. But then, like even with that, what we'll find, week 5 is like it's still a question mark next to them because injuries and stuff goes into play there. So, but I would say by week 7, 8, you should know fully who's
Yeah.
who, like who's the pretenders, who's for real contenders. But yeah, I would say the Bills are going to be good this year. I said Dolphins will be good. The Ravens are going to be good. Those are my 3 teams. I'm like, okay, those are the Eagles. There's a 4th team. That I'm like, okay, those 4 teams right there are going to be good. And then anybody else under that, I'm just like, eh.
I'm a troll. Say the Commanders. I'm from DMV. I'm trolling.
Listen, you
Because
can take them if you want.
I know that's
They
not
gonna
even
win you
my.
no money like the
That's
Spurs.
not my squad. It's just like
They
because
ain't gonna
people
win
go
you no
so hard
money.
over here for them, and then they be disappointing. I be feeling bad for them. I be
I
like,
want to
damn.
talk about just a little something because we're gonna get out of here soon. Right? I took that sip on purpose. But when we're talking about Buwap, I need you here. Let me get a sec. When we're talking about stars in the NBA, on what metric do we judge them by? Because I know everybody has their own definition of a star. Like Clutch, shout out Clutch. He has a star ranking list, and it's 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So he has superstar, 4 tiers of stars, and then we still confused. Me and Moo still confused. But a guy just got me thinking, like, how different is everybody's definition of a star? How do you go about ranking the star? Like,
I think universally rings is on there because everybody just conceded with rings, so that got to be
that's
on there.
that could be star and superstar though. But I'm talking about, so we know that when you're a superstar and you're a star, there's a gap between those 2 players.
Okay.
And when you're a star and you're an all-star, there's a gap between those 2 players. In my understanding, right? Because in my understanding, how I grew up on basketball, it was all-star, star, superstar. And some people take it as star, all-star, and superstar.
Okay.
You know,
Right,
and I think they take it that way because of the name All Star, and it's
okay.
just star. No, he's just a star. No, he's All Star. Like, no, All Star to me is a guy that is, because we all know the stars and superstars make the All Star games, but the guys that's constantly there, the role players that's constantly there, those would be your All Stars, those All Star caliber players, and you got people that play up to an All Star type level that should get into All Star. Andrew Wiggins S type seasons. He was an all-star this year because he played up to that all-star level. People don't think he deserves it, but he deserves it, right? But then you go above that. When you get above those all-stars, you got the stars, right? And the stars are the guys that's normally, for me, the number 2 guys on a team. It's the number 2 option on the team. Like it's a superstar and a star. Sometimes it's 2 superstars or it's 2 stars. But in this scenario, we're going superstar and star. He's the star on the team is the number 2 option, like Jaylen Brown. Right? And the star would be Jason Tatum. I said this before. So if Jason Tatum goes down, Brown being a star, being number 2 option, if we're projected to make the playoffs, Brown is a good enough player, a good enough star to take on that role and still get that team to the playoffs. That's what I look at as a star. A number 2 guy that if the number 1 goes down, he can still get you to a playoff.
Okay, well, wait. I got the outlier for that because I think this could happen, but most people be like, nah, because the shot selection be different. I could say you could put Clay in that role, but a lot of people might be like, nah.
Can Clay, if Steph was to go down in the middle of the season, can Clay then pick up the slack and carry the team to the playoffs?
Personally,
not today. No.
I think you talking about injury wise because of that.
No, I mean, not today. He's not the same.
Yeah, if you'd have asked me this 2016, yes, Clay could have done it. because the Warriors, Draymond was better in 2016.
Yeah.
The cast, everybody was still there. You're not
Yeah,
winning a title without Stephen Curry, but you can
yeah.
get to the
Yeah.
playoffs without Stephen
But
Curry.
that's what I think a number two
They
option.
actually won a series without Stephen Curry before, so like that's how I
Mm,
know.
Well, the reason I'm asking that is because obviously the injury took Clay out for a whole year, so we still
Hmm.
haven't seen him at his peak. So
Two
when he was
years, talking about
well,
2 years.
2 years, let me stop. 2 years. So even when he's playing in the playoffs, it was like he still won 100. I would say based off this season, we don't know what's going to happen. There's a possibility we could see that, reoccurring or sprouting itself back up, just depending on. He took 2 years off. I'm like, that's a good long time for somebody to get back in recovery mode. Not every player could do it, but in my head, just because their shot selections are so similar, besides like going on the arc, behind the arc, doing crazy stuff, Clay can hit almost, I would say 80% of the shots that Curry can, in my opinion. The 20% are the trick shots. Other than that, I say his consistency wise, I feel like he could do about the same. And you probably disagree, that's fine. But in my
I don't disagree. I just think today Clay is uh who he is. Like he's not a bad number two option at all. Like he's still a good number two option to have. I just don't think he's as good as the other number two options around today.
yeah, okay, I could agree with that. I don't think he's Jalen Brown right now.
like I would say another example, and I use this one was Chris Middleton and Giannis. If Giannis was to go down in the middle of the season, I think Chris Middleton has enough game in him to carry that team to the playoffs, to get them into the playoffs. Not talking about the
Yeah.
seeding they get in, but he
Okay,
gets them
okay.
in.
It would all depend on when that happened though, because if it happened before the season, I don't know then.
No, I said middle of the season.
Yeah, middle of the season, yeah.
And that's what I'm
I
saying.
want
My
to know.
number two guy would be the guy that if something happens within the season, the number one goes down, he can step into a role. If they're projected to make
Yeah,
the playoffs, even if they're like on the outside, he can get them in. That's the
I
guy that can
agree.
take over that one role and get you in. But he's not a number one because he can't carry everything that superstar carries. Like another example I tried to use, but they say it's two stars, was Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When Kawhi Leonard went down, Paul George carried his team to the playoffs. Even when he was injured, his team still performed. But
yeah,
Paul George was a star that I'm saying he's the number two option that's a star that stepped into that role and was like, all right, I can get us there. And he played the whole season without Kawhi.
Paul George is a borderline superstar though. Like,
Yeah, now borderline, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But people are saying that he's a superstar. So
No, I
you're
don't
saying he's
put
a
on that.
superstar that will fall into the category of that
I
team.
mean, his game is so smooth. He kind of like when you watch him play, you think he should be better than what he is. Honestly, like he has an incredible game, but no, he's not a superstar because I don't know if he can be my best player on the championship team.
You think it's because he is clutch?
Even with all the,
You think it's because of the clutch thing? Because remember, he had a commercial where he hit a game winner, and he hadn't hit a game winner by that time. So like that's been in the question about like his skill set.
it ain't so much that he not clutch necessarily. I guess it's more so like I just haven't seen him do it to that level. I've seen other guys
Yeah.
do it. I can't give you something based off of like, even though I thought T Mac for the most part was I thought he was a borderline superstar. Like I never truly believed in T Mac as a superstar, like how people make it seem. Like I get it though. But when I see a superstar, I need to know that I can trust you as my best player and win the title. I don't know if Tracy McGrady could have been my best player and won the title. I just don't know.
Yeah.
You know who I think would have, if they gave him more time to develop, it might have worked out with Damian and CJ. I feel like CJ, even
they gave him too much time.
Yeah, they did give them a lot of time, but I also still put them in the category. If Dame went down in the middle of the season, CJ could finish the job and get
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like, I really was hoping for the team to flourish, and granted they broke them up, but it just seemed like CJ. I don't know. I think that CJ could at least finish.
I'm gonna tell you what it is though. Them two guys didn't complement each other.
They did too much.
Great friends.
They did too much.
They just played. They had a similar game. Like CJ needs the ball so he can be a better player, and that's understandable.
Damn.
But he's just not gonna do it when you got you know what I'm saying, Dame Lillard standing next to you. You're not gonna
Right.
get that opportunity.
Right.
So, but all respect to CJ though. I hope he have a great season. He just got paid. Shout out to him, 64 million on the 2-year extension.
He just
But
got
yeah,
paid.
yeah, just got that little bag. Ain't mad at him.
So I mean, I was gonna go down the rabbit hole, but Clutch is not here, and I gotta let it go because I mean, we may never understand the logic. We just may never understand the logic because here we are. See, I speak you, and you're right there. I may never understand the logic, bro. I'm still there, Clutch. I may never understand the logic. But no, that's just what it is to me. That's what a star is. It's a guy that can step into that role and get him to So,
that
Boat,
was
to you, how many six men can you name off the top of your head that were stars besides Manu Ginobili? Because that's the only one that comes to mind.
Kevin
McHale.
Crawford. Y'all better put Crawford.
He wasn't no star to me. He was an all-star.
Respectful,
a star is like what Troy said. Like if you're a star, that means you are for sure a number 2 option, like for sure. But you can also get into a number 1 bag if need be.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you
not always, not even consistently, but you can just do it enough to hold the tide down for whatever period of time. That's what a number 2 is to me.
But we still had this conversation, and I was just like, if Crawford was in, the system, I feel like he could have got the opportunity. But
all right, what system that you see right now? That Jamal Crawford.
No, I'm talking about with the Spurs when
Jamal Crawford would have always been a 6-man.
No, he would not.
He would have always came off the bench.
Hating, bro.
I'm sorry. He had a nice shammy.
Every team that
Crawford was always coming off the bench, bro.
Was giving buckets every team.
He was always coming off.
But you know, it's more to basketball than just giving buckets.
Let me tell you something. If Manu Ginobili, right, and the only reason this is why I didn't argue when with Clutch or Bua when I said besides Manu. It's because one thing people don't understand about Manu Ginobili is Manu Ginobili could have been a starter on any other team. All other 29 teams would have had him in their starting lineup. He was that skilled of a player. But what Pop asked him to take a role. And Manu was like, all right, I'll take the role. And the role was coming off the bench. Because when he started, he averaged like 16 points. 17 points when he was starting.
He averaged like 19, I think.
It's something like that when he was starting. It was like 300 or something games that he started for the Spurs, and so it's like
he started like one season for them. I forgot why.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it was 300. It was altogether in his career. It was 300 and something games because this goes back to the knowledge that I got when we was doing the prime Danny Green and that bullshit. Where I went and looked up some guy on TikTok or somebody somewhere was sending me some stuff about Danny Green. Oh, he did a stitch or something. And
the year he started, he averaged 17, 5 and 4.
Yeah, like he could have
been.
But
his best scoring year off the bench was 19.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was very skilled. So, but when we're talking about 6-man, I just want to run down a list.
I said Kevin McHale,
Tyler Hero.
No.
Star.
No.
Jordan Clarkson, star.
No.
Montrezl Harrell, star.
No.
Lou Will.
Let me look
no. I fuck with Lou Will, but he's not a star. What I would say, Lou Williams and most of these guys are that you naming are all-star caliber players.
All-star caliber players. That's the difference.
I think Lou Will's like you said, all-star.
Yeah.
Eric Gordon.
He definitely. No.
J.R. Smith.
No.
He could have been a star. Let's get it straight. He could have if the Henny and the hoes didn't make it.
Somebody said you was agreeing with him, but I knew you were not going to agree with Clutch when he was saying this. Like he said, JR is a star. He said Jamal Crawford's a star. Jordan Clarkson's a star.
Potential for a lot of those guys we naming, but I can't give you something.
Okay, another one you could give it to, but you can't really give it to James Harden as a 6-man. You can't even give him being a star.
Okay, what about Lamar Odom? What do y'all put?
He was definitely more of a star in the making than them guys that you naming though.
No,
Like
I know Clutch. I know Clutch.
I disagree with you about
Come
J-Rock.
on. Cool. I also said in the episode, Clutch, I said, yeah, he agree with you on Lip, but he ain't gonna agree with you on this. But Lamar Odom was next. Lamar Odom, not a star.
What did you say, Lamar?
Oh, no, I said I agree with you about. No, I agree with you. JR was in the making. He just fumbled his. He wasn't smart. That's all I'm gonna say. He wasn't smart. He could have been there. But that's all I'm saying.
He's an all-star. I'll give him that. You can say he's an all-star caliber player. I'll give him that. James Harden. You can say James Harden is a star in the making. That's fine. Lamar Odom, star.
No.
Jason Terry, star.
No.
Leandro Barbosa, star.
Fuck no.
Mike Miller, a star.
Fuck no.
Ben Gordon, a star.
Fuck no.
Antoine Jameson, star.
No. Not that year, but Antoine turned into a star though.
He was for a little bit. I will give you that. He did. But like I said, he touched it because he went back down to being nothing.
No, I mean Antoine Jameson had a.
No, I know.
Man,
we did the same time. I know his career.
Yeah, he had a solid career for the most part. Just when.
Let me see. John Starks, star. Tony Kukoc.
No.
Dale Curry. Dale Lafsherf.
No. None of these guys
Eddie Johnson.
All stars. A 6-man can potentially.
I got two names. It
third or fourth option.
Kevin McHale and Manu Ginobili. And of everybody that's won a 6-man since 1982, when the award was invented.
But
only
that's because
2 of them have been stars, and 1 has been a star in the making, and that's James Harden. And one has been could have been star, and that was J.R. Smith.
Yes, JR. Thank you for the honorable.
That's because these 2 guys won multiple rings in these roles. Mm-hmm. That's why people.
But not only that, if you can take Manu and apply him to my logic, even though he's not a second option, if the second option goes down and you need to plug Manu into being that second option, he can do it. To carry the team to the playoffs, he can do it.
He could be, but the thing about it is that Manu, like I said, like he got the body of work. Like it's just that's the reality. Like he's a part of 4 championship teams. With 3, he really contributes to. But like, yeah.
I mean, I would say 2. I like these debates because it's like you get to see where everybody's head is at. Like, and big reason why we started this podcast is to, debate and understand other people's opinions, or just at least hear their opinions. And we don't have to, disagree or get to a place where we just like, this person's trying to change my mind. We could just generally have a debate about it, and that's it. Because it's supposed to be two different opinions. Like, it's not supposed to be the same opinion. And we're up here with the same opinions, and there's no reason for us to talk. There's literally no reason. So that's why I ask these questions, and this is why I do these things, and we get into these little debates here. It's so we can pick each other's brain and people can get to know us a little deeper in this sports thing. Like, it's not just what's on the surface. It's what you show in those debates. It's what you show when you get heated. It's what you show when you're focused on a topic and you're trying to get something out, but the other person is, get information out too that in your brain is factual, and you got to spin it in some way that makes it like that's the joy of a debate. That is the joy of a debate, and that's all I had to say to end the night. Final thoughts for you guys, Samara.
Y'all tripping, like I said about Jamal Crawford. That's all I got to say. Y'all tripping to this
Not
day.
a star. Oh my God,
he bro, like everybody don't get the same opportunity, and that man's like that. Okay, what y'all say?
This man has 3 6-mans for a reason.
No, okay, he's a 6-man, but I really believe if you put him on a team with LeBron at the peak, I think he could have been a starting. He could have been a good starting player. Replace him with a whole bunch of people. Mo Williams, bye. He can go. Anyways, y'all can continue. Okay, boy, I'm dead. Boy, don't give me that look. I'm serious. I'm 100%.
I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, he a guy, Jamal Crawford is a guy that definitely, like, I don't see no difference in really between him, Lou Williams, none of these guys. Like, they all the same. to me.
I'll be honest. Lou
But
Williams have a similar game to him. I'm gonna keep it on it. They do got a similar game.
yeah, they buckets.
Yeah.
Like, they get buckets. But it's just more to the game of basketball. Like it gotta be something that separates you from others. And that they got. They some of the best bucket getters of all time. If you wanna they just don't make them some of the best players of all time. Like, if you get what I'm saying. Like I cannot see in under any circumstance Jamal Crawford being your best player and you're winning a title. Under any circumstance.
Okay, what's separate? Okay, honestly, this last thing, and then we can go. I promise you. What do you
Now,
think?
do you think?
What do you think separate him? Because I used to study really heavily handles and stuff like that.
Coolio passed away.
What separate him from Kyrie? Because Kyrie can't facilitate, but what really separates him as far as like? Because I love both.
Everything.
No, everything. But both of them got nasty handles. Because
you talking about wait, hold on. I'm just catching up. I'm catching up. You talking about
Jamal Crawford?
No, but I'm not saying they're the same person. I'm trying to
dribble moves?
No, I'm trying to make tangible like.
I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing.
That's not a tangible.
Right.
No,
but you got a real like this. I'm finna simply put it for you, right? Jamal Crawford, right?
Yeah.
Got handles, no doubt. But Kyrie Irving has arguably the best handles in NBA history.
And I agree with you. I'm not taking away from that, but what I'm saying is the element of the facilitating that puts it apart. Because you say it ain't just buckets, so I'm trying to figure out is it also the facilitating, the passing? Well, I'm trying to get tangible, so that's why
Kyrie is way more efficient at doing everything on the basketball court than Jamal Crawford. It's like that simple. Like Kyrie jumper better, his handles better, his everything. Like he's a better he's better at basketball than Jamal Crawford. Simple. Like that's why. It's not no knock against Jamal Crawford. Kyrie Irving is better than a lot of people at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just Jamal Crawford is a great player, like in his own right, but he's just not upper echelon. The highest I think he could have been on a championship team was like a number 3 option, maybe a number 4.
Yeah,
but never a number 2, never a number 1. Like I can't see.
No, I could agree with that. The reason I asked because y'all kept bringing in Manu with the defense, so I was just like, what tangible y'all separating it? So that's the only reason.
Because Jamal Crawford really isn't a playmaker; he's a bucket getter. Where Kyrie Irving is an elite bucket getter. Like he's an elite bucket getter.
So wait, last question. What separates him from Harden then?
Who from Harden?
What separates Jamal Crawford from prime Harden? Because y'all say Harden didn't play defense. No. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm lost.
Listen, Jamal Crawford at his best is not giving you 25 plus points at all on no circumstance. Like I'm talking about consistency. I told him this your team, Jamal Crawford. The best Jamal Crawford probably is going to do for you is 22, 23 points a game. And it's going to be terrible shooting. But it's going to look good, though. Like, he going to excite the hell out of you, though.
No, you got to be talking about, even if you're talking about just skill, like,
Jamal but I just want to let y'all know I'm not slicing the whole situation, and I'm not trolling.
What's his highest per year?
His highest percentage?
His highest per game, points per year?
Yeah, points per game for one season. I think it's 21.
It's 20.6.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
You put him, and that was basically his team. But if you put him,
and his highest, now I'll agree with you because his highest points they said in the game was 52.
And you only averaged 3.4 assists. So what facilitating?
Harden be getting 50-point dubs. Like, how many did he get in one season? Like, fucking 20.
That's what I'm saying. Like.
Yeah, Kyrie and Harden is a different breed from Jamal Crawford.
Yeah,
like
different breed.
The only thing he got in common with them guys is he's fun to watch as well.
Yeah,
100%.
That's about it.
And I just want to let y'all know I won't size, I won't trolling on it. I just trying to get tangibles how y'all was thinking of.
Yeah, that's what we here for. You already know, like. Brainstorm this shit together.
Figure it out. That's what we're here for, man. But good show. See you guys on Friday.